Alright, welcome to Star Wars The Old Republic on Twitch. My name is Tyler0328, and it's been an interesting day. Let's see. Recap for those of you that have not been here in a while. One, we just recently had Tokyo and Tulsa. Part of the issue that I had is that I got to Tuesday and I tried to do last Thursday and Con Plague hit me. And for those of you that do not know what Con Plague is basically excuse me, a situation upon which you get sick at the convention or after the convention. So that's what happened to me, and yeah, well, we all know how that is. So I got sick and didn't finish. I think I tried to do Thursday, but couldn't stay very long, and various other things. Also, everybody in the house is sick, so that's fabulous there. So, hooray for Hollywood! Right now I'm doing maintenance because part of the reason why I'm a little bit late, 15-20 minutes late today, is primarily because Hearthstone dropped its new expansion today, Naxxramas. And Naxxramas and stuff like that, where they have story modes and various other scenarios out there, is kind of nifty awesome. And I was watching one of the people that I follow on YouTube and Twitch, named Total Biscuit. He is an Englishman who does gimmick decks. And when I'm talking about a gimmick deck, I'm not saying, hey, we're going to do this really cool idea and make a really powerful deck out of it. I'm talking a deck that should not win a game, and yet he finds ways to win with that thing. So, that is kind of where we are at. Like I said, we are in the process of finishing Coreilla. Like, I am literally, all I have to do is talk to the Jedi Master Samil, and we're done with the class quests. Okay, and I'm going to try to talk a little bit slower because another wonderful thing that's been going on in the house is that for the past month and a half we have had no air conditioning. We've got a window unit that's trying to cool the entire house down, and it's just not working. So my 3-year-old is currently trying to go to sleep behind me. So my normal antics and my normal volume may not work. So that is what we are at this moment in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head back to Coreilla, and get things moving. Let's see here. what I'm probably going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and when I get back to Coreilla, um, probably go ahead and do the cutscene. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I hope. No, if not, I can fix that real quick. Like, oh look, it's in. Nope, nope. Let's see. Preferences. Okay. Try that again. Alright. And I'm going to turn the stuff down in my ears so it doesn't blow me out. And that might help me keep things quiet while the 3-year-old tries to sleep out here. Because this is the coolest room in the house. Let's see. Today was interesting. Today I went out to the gun range for the first time in 12 years and fired a real live hurt you type weapon since my military days back in the early to late 90s. So that was fun. Let's see what else. Inquisitor, since that was brought up in part of the conversation. Inquisitor is probably going to be after Gen Con, which is in 3 weeks. The reason being for that is, well, I've got a lot of. Why am I going to back to the core world? Come on. Is I've got a lot of tournament prep and a lot of travel prep that I need to get done before that. And I told you that I was going to be doing stuff like that, prepping for Gen Con. Pay attention to my Facebook feed. If you read through the Facebook feed, a lot of the questions that have been asked have been answered. So, and at this point, I'm also burning through as best I can, burning through the diplomacy crew skills. So you'll be seeing me deal with that a lot at this point in time. So that's kind of where that is at. Like I said, follow the Facebook feed, follow the Twitter feed. Pretty much deals with my my Twitter feed, my Facebook feed, kind of work on one another. So yeah, pay attention, follow it, listen to it. It tells you all. So that's kind of where things been. And Aaron, I mean, you're giving me grief about not being here. You haven't been here the last 5 broadcasts, man. Trust me, I check. So regardless of going to camp or doing this, doing that, whatever, don't give me grief when I take time out to try to do things for you guys. So rant over. Let's get to Coreilla and see what can happen here. And as you can hear, I'll still be sniffling and dealing with mucus pouring out of my nose, joining to the back of my throat, all the gross, disgusting things you guys really don't want to hear. But in other, like I said, in other news, like I said, we're getting ready for Gen Con, which is in 3 weeks. Indianapolis is going to be an absolute blast. I'm going to be meeting a lot of my friends that I've met or I have, quote unquote, meet in person that I have met on Twitch. Alright, let's talk to Master Sumali here. get the class quest. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Gentlemen, ladies, this is the man I told you about, who destroyed Grand Admiral Haradax Kirill and saved our shipyards. Captain, this is Senator Rowan, Fleet Admiral Hellick, Supreme Commander Rands. Of course you recognize the Supreme Chancellor.
Of course.
I come to thank you for turning the Void Wolf's fleet against the Empire.
Making me feel almost respectful.
Aw, I still lose.
I'm pleased to present you with the Senatorial Medal of Service. That's the highest civilian award the Republic issues. You have changed the tide of this war.
Jedi and a Republic hero.
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do the 90 points. Because that takes some things away. Hey, we finally got into the second tier. Let's try that again. I can't flirt with her. That's fine. Now, considering I'm banging the princess anyway. Okay, yeah. Let's get back to the questions where we were at, shall we?
Gentlemen, ladies, this is the man I told you about. Captain, this is Senator Rowan. I come to thank you.
Can I get that in writing? Just in case, I'm ever on the Republic's bad list again.
They have something even better. Captain, I am pleased to present you with the Senatorial Medal of Service. That's the highest civilian award the Republic issues. You have changed the tide of this war.
Thanks for the business.
Your service has been truly priceless. You seem to have a talent for this. Would you give some thought to continuing as a privateer under my guidance?
You pick the target, I keep any incidental profits made along the way.
Within limits. I'll be in touch with the details.
It seems there are times when it's an advantage to have an operative who isn't bound by the rule of law. I never thought I'd see you on the Jedi Orders payroll, Captain.
Does the Republic think they have bought your loyalty with stamped silver on a ribbon?
Only you could manage to turn taking over the underworld into a good citizenship award.
I'll get Port Nowhere back up and running, Captain. You're going to need a base of operations, and someone at the wheel you can trust. No offense, but you're better at finding credits than keeping them. Even my father needed a broker for his empire. Gives you time to do the fun part.
See, that's what makes me sad is that the crew stuff, they all go back to the default colors for all the stuff that you've done, even though you've made them pretty. Whatnot. It irks the living snot out of me. But hey,